Hey everyone and welcome. If you're a Bluesky power user, maybe you're a creator, a marketer, or you're running a brand, you already know that juggling multiple accounts can get messy, fast. So in this guide, we're going to break down exactly how to do it right, how to do it securely, and how to do it efficiently for 2025. Let's get into it.
So, let me just ask you straight up. Are you trying to run more than one Bluesky account? If you're nodding your head right now, then you are in the perfect place. This explainer was made just for you.
And you know, there are so many good reasons for it, right? You're trying to keep your personal life separate from your professional brand. Or maybe you're A/B testing different types of content to see what sticks. You could be targeting totally different countries, different languages, or maybe you just want a bit of privacy with a pseudonymous account. It all makes perfect sense.
But this is where we run into what I call the multi-account dilemma. See, it's not as simple as just logging in and out. There are these hidden risks that come with juggling all these digital identities, risks that can seriously mess with your privacy and your security.
And the biggest risk? It all comes down to this one creepy-sounding thing, device fingerprinting. Think about it like this. Every time you go online, your web browser leaves behind a unique digital fingerprint. It's made up of your hardware, the fonts you have installed, your screen size, all sorts of stuff. And here's the problem. When all of your Bluesky accounts share that exact same fingerprint, it's child's play for the platform to connect the dots and figure out they all belong to you.
So, what's the first thing most people try? Well, you look at what Bluesky gives you, right? You start with the built-in tools. And they're the first step on the ladder, but they're a simple start with some very simple limits.
On one hand, you've got the official apps for your phone or desktop. Super easy, right? And they let you switch between, up to 3 accounts? But that's a hard stop at 3. And more importantly, all 3 accounts are broadcasting that same single device fingerprint. Then you have the web version. It works anywhere, which is great, but you can only be logged into one account at a time. The bottom line? The native tools are fine for casual use, but they just aren't cut out for serious, secure, multi-account work.
Okay, so let's climb up to the next rung of the ladder, the smarter, browser-based setups. These are the solutions that run on your own computer that a lot of people try next. But as you'll see, they kind of solve one problem only to create a whole new set of issues. So using separate browser profiles in something like Chrome or Firefox, yeah, that gives you really good isolation for your cookies and your cache, which is definitely a step up. But man, it is a resource hog. It can really slow down your machine. And the real killer? It still shares the exact same device fingerprint across every single profile. Then you've got Firefox containers. They're much lighter, which is nice, but they do absolutely nothing to change that fingerprint. So we're basically treating a symptom while completely ignoring the actual disease. So we have to go higher. It's time to talk about the top of the ladder, the elite solution. We're talking about a cloud-native approach. And this is a total game changer, a huge shift away from the limits of having software on your own computer.
And this really is the whole idea in a nutshell. The ultimate fix, the way to get true security and total isolation, it's not an app you install. It's not on your device at all. The real solution is in the cloud.
And this is where a tool called Sendwin enters the picture. It just completely flips the script. How? It works by streaming a remote, totally isolated browser session straight to your computer. It completely breaks free from all those local problems we just talked about.
What this really means is you have a 0 local footprint. Let me say that again, 0. Nothing is being stored or run on your machine. No cookies, no cache, no history, nada. It's all happening on secure servers somewhere else. For your privacy, that is a massive leap forward.
And it's not just private, it's incredibly secure. The entire session, everything from their server to your screen, is locked down with AES 256-bit encryption. We are talking about the exact same level of security that banks and governments rely on to protect their most critical data. This is the real deal.
So let's look at what this actually lets you do. Every single tab is completely isolated, so there is 0 chance of cookies bleeding from one account to another. You can integrate premium proxies, which means every account gets its own unique network identity.
There are even these really smart workflow tools like timers that automatically clean up old sessions and blur and share controls, which are an absolute game changer if you're working with a team and need to collaborate without ever showing a password or sensitive info. Okay, so what does this level of power and security actually cost? Well, as you can see, the pricing just scales up depending on what you need, like how many saved sessions or team members you have. But honestly, the most important number here is the first one. You can try everything, all these features for a full week for less than €1. It's a ridiculously easy way to test out an enterprise-level tool without any real commitment. All right, enough with the theory, let's get practical. How do you actually take this master plan and put it into action? Let's walk through what your new, ultra-secure workflow looks like.
It's really just a simple 6-step process. First, you're going to sign up for that trial, and then you launch what's called a live session. Step 3, you give that session its own unique proxy. Then you just log into your first Bluesky account. Maybe set a timer so it cleans itself up later. And that's pretty much it. For the next account, you just repeat the process. New, completely isolated tab. It's honestly that easy.
Now, if you really want to operate like a pro, here are a few extra best practices. Always use real residential sticky proxies. They look way more legit. Stagger when you start your sessions so you look more human. Match the time zone of the session to the region your account is supposed to be from. And of course, the basics. Use a good password manager and two-factor authentication on every account. The tool is powerful, for sure, but it's your good habits that make it truly bulletproof.
And that really brings us to the final, most important question. Your online identities, your brand, your personal profile, the communities you've built, these are incredibly valuable assets. So the question you really have to ask yourself is, are you giving them the enterprise-grade protection they actually deserve? If you're ready to finally say yes to that question, your first step is right there. Go take control with that trial at send.win. Thanks for joining me on The Explainer.